Alrighty, so I'm sure as you guys know at this point, LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is on the way to GDC Part 2. And specifically in this video, I wanted to do a little bit of speculation. I'm definitely going to want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. For what category is Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta going to lead? Now, we aren't going to know this information for about another day and some change. Just speculating on the character, having some fun, and going from there. So, what I wanted to do for this video, not just like go over what category I think he's going to lead, but I want to look at all of the categories that this Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is on right here, look at each of them, see the characters that are on there, and determine whether or not it's a good idea for them to do the make him the category leader for that team, or if it would be a bad idea for them to buff that team with this character. So with that being said, let me know what category you guys want this character to lead and all of that fun stuff in the comment section below. And with all that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So the first category we have here is for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is Fused Fighters. Now, would this be good if he led the team for himself? Yes. Would this be a lead that makes any sense right now? Absolutely not. 3 of like the 7 best units in the game right here lead Fused Fighters. So we absolutely do not need another Fused Fighter lead right now. So just keep that in mind. Definitely can just go ahead and wait on that one, right? So just keep that in mind. We don't need a Fused Fighters lead, but if you were to lead it for whatever reason, you have the best unit in the game right now until Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta drops, allegedly. The 10-year LRs, the 7-year LRs, you've got Go Tanks, Rose, you've got the Super Easy A for Physical Vegito Blue, you've got Gogeta himself. If this guy gets an Easy A, he's going to be wicked. So despite this being a good category for him to lead, I don't think there is any reason for him to lead this category right now, just based on the fact that we have a Fused Fighter lead from this GDC, and we just do not need that right now in the game. We don't need 4 2025 Dokkan Fest, or not a Dokkan Fest, but a Carnival LR. 3 Dokkan Fest and a Carnival LR lead for one category is a bit ridiculous. We definitely do not need that. So I am going to rule out Fused Fighters as an option here, but I definitely, if it were to be the case, it wouldn't be the end of the world. It would be really good for the meta, but really bad for the, just like other categories that need help. So Fused Fighters, I'm going to take that one off the list. GT Heroes, I don't think he should lead this category. I think that GT Heroes specifically would exclude a Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku from being ran with this guy on his team. You would have to maybe run 2 of the Super Saiyan 4 Goku from Daima, allegedly, whenever he were to drop on like a Giant 8 power team, and you would not be able to run him on GT Heroes. But if we look at some of the best units on this team, you do have a solid foundation, but it's just not enough. And I think that you would just be benefiting more from other categories, or from just leading other categories. So we have Physical Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, we have AGL Super Saiyan 4 Goku right here, we've got the Int Super Saiyan 4 Goku, who is definitely aged, the GT Duo, who will be Easy-Aing in about 7 to 8 months here during the 11-year anniversary, funny enough. Then you kind of just scroll down, and it's like, you get these 4 right here, and it's like, ugh. And then you get these 2 right here, you're like really good. And then we're the Golden Week Super Saiyan characters right here. And then you are going to have to wait for Int Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta to potentially get his Easy A, and that could really iron out the rest of the team. But I am not, and then like the Super Easy A's for these 2 if they were to come, but I really do not want them to have him leading GT Heroes. I don't think that that is what this team could use the leader, but I don't think that would make any sense for the overall state of the game right now. So I don't like GT Heroes as a leader skill for this character. Next up, we have Shadow Dragon Saga. Now, this would be a shaft if he led this category. I 1,000,000% do not want him leading this category, because if that's the case, that is a leader skill that just objectively is not going to age well, because the Shadow Dragon Saga does not get touched. So if we look at the LRs, I know it's ironic because we're going back to it, but it's a future outlook thing. I'm thinking about like what's next. I'm thinking about this. These guys came out in 2019 during the 4-year anniversary. This guy came out in 2022, 2022, 2023, 2024. Now, as I say that, it's kind of funny because we get like 1 a year. but hear me out, right? We are nowhere near where it needs to be with this team. And I just don't think the buffs that we get are substantial enough. because you get a character like this who might be GT boss restricted, or it's more extreme class focused. When we look at a setup here between like characters you'd be running together potentially, there was a 3-year gap right here and then a 1-year gap right here. But in 1 year in Dokkan, that is a lot of time for characters to get power crept out. And you just can't rely consistently on having a like banger #1 in the game release every single year for a category that isn't pure Saiyans, fused fighters, Goku family, right? It's just not a power beyond Super Saiyan. It's just not consistent. So you see like this top end here at the LRs and you're like, this isn't too bad, right? In terms of like the release schedule and stuff like that, but not usable, not usable, not usable, not usable, not usable, right? Usable, one of the best characters in the game right now. G4 is obviously going to be one of the best characters in the game. We look at the rest of the team. Right now, speaking, hasn't easy aid yet, hasn't super easy aid yet, and we'd be missing STR Super Saiyan 4 Goku from this team. So overall, not what we're looking for. So it's like, I don't know. It's like I really don't want him to lead this category. I think that would be disappointing for sure. I'm like anti Shadow Dragon Saga leader skill. I am 100%. I don't think that's the play. You never want to restrict things to sagas because then they're forced to be in one setup. You have to, if you want to run 2 of them, you have to run them on a specific team. And if that team doesn't have 6 usable characters, it's a really tough spot. So next up, we have Pure Saiyans. Now, again, Pure Saiyans, this character for me, I think we can just rule this one out because if it's just Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, it just wouldn't make sense because this character, right? Like these guys are limited time fusions. Just a standalone Pure Saiyan, copy and paste, copy and paste, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. All of these characters here are just standalone Pure Saiyans, and these two have a limited time fusion, right? So the odds of an individual fusion leading Pure Saiyans, especially when we have 2 Dokkan Fest LRs that are leading Pure Saiyans now, I'd say the chances of this character being a Pure Saiyans leader is slim to none. I just don't think this is where that character is right now. Where this team does not need another leader. You can easily get away with running 2 Tech Vegetos in this game right now. It's a little bit tricky in the Goku Black and Zamasu fight, but what are the odds that every hard fight for the rest of GDC is a locking AoE fight? Probably not that high. So, you know, running 2 of them is 100% not like an unrunnable thing that you can do right now, and it just doesn't make sense like for him to be leading this category. I don't think he needs to be leading Pure Saiyans. I don't think he's going to be leading Pure Saiyans because I don't believe he's going to be on Pure Saiyans. So just keep that in mind. Really any character that it's kind of tricky to like say like what teams he'll be on. Like I guess that's something I forgot to do, but well, we can just do that now because so far all of these 3 teams he's 100% going to be on. He is not going to be on Pure Saiyans because standalone fusions do not go on Pure Saiyans. Joined Forces characters need to have multiple characters. It's looking like it's not going to be multiple characters. And then Kamehameha is going to be a category that he definitely could be on. And I actually would not be like shocked if he led this team because the leaders for these are pretty barren, right? And we only have 1 right here and he's just a 200. He technically doesn't have a 220 yet. And this would be a really good team for him to be leading. We've got, you know, the STR Goku right here, the Goku Black and Zamasu unit, Tech Vegeto, Super Saiyan 4 Goku. We have Gotenks, Family Kamehamehas, all right. The Year 7 characters, right? The Super Easy A's for Super Saiyan 4 Goku. He's like all the way down. I'm not going to go all the way down. There's no point. But in Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, if he gets an Easy A, right? Like we're looking at a really solid team here. Daima Goku. This guy, he's not on the team. So, like, if he wants to lead Kamehameha, that'd be okay. 220 for consistent, like, just flat for the whole, like, a lot of the best characters in the game. Sure. I'd take that all day. But overall, I don't think he's going to be leading this one. It just doesn't seem like a team he needs to be leading. Next up, Giant 8 Power. I would say no. But with Giant 8 Power, you look at this setup here. Really good characters. AGL Super Saiyan 3 and Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Grade 8 Vegeta, the Year 7 LR right here, and then we've got all of those Super Easy A's and Easy A's that we've talked about in this video. The Golden Week characters in Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, the Year 2 Super Easy. We're going to call them the Year 2 Super Easy A's. I don't know why I haven't been doing that. But Year 2 Super Easy A's, all of that fun stuff. This team is really good, but we already have 2 of you. Or we already have 1 of you. So we don't need to double up on Carnival 220 leads for 1 category. So I think Giant 8 Power, you can cross that off the list. Battle of Fate, it's going to be the same exact thing. You look at the category, looks really good. But again, one fatal flaw here. We won't talk too much about it. But in Goku and Frieza, a 220 lead, we don't need it. I don't think he's going to be leading Battle of Fate. That's what I want Omega to be doing. I'm going to skip over Power Beyond Super Saiyan for a good reason, and you might be able to figure it out. But Fusion. I think 220 for Fusion would be interesting. And I don't know if I like it, because I don't want to be... You want to be able to mix and match Potara characters with the Fusion Dance characters. And you are missing some essentials here with Tech Vegito, STR Vegito, or Vegeta, Goku and Vegeta from the Future Saga, Rose. A lot of the best characters in the game not on this category. So if I wouldn't be shocked if he was a 220 for Fusion, right? Like, it wouldn't be the worst thing ever, because again, you still have Vegeta or Gogeta here, you still have Gotenks, you still have the Year 7s. Tech Gogeta's okay in a vacuum. You have Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, right? The Super Easy A Gogeta right over here. It's like you have some pretty good characters on this team, but I think the category is a little bit too small for it to be like a super hype 220% lead for this Gogeta in specific. So I think I'm going to pass on doing or wanting a Fusion Super 220 for this character. So that's not what I want. Final trump card, again, it's literally just the same thing, where this team is really damn good, but it's just Tien. So I'm going to pass on this one as well. I don't think he's going to be leading this, but Tien being the leader there is interesting. And then Time Limit. Time Limit is interesting. I do think there is something here with Time Limit, because we haven't gotten a leader for this since 2021. That's a long time, right? Over 4 years. Like, literally, like, like 4 years and a couple months. But you guys can see, Gogeta, Vegito Blue, quote unquote, Vegito, Year 7s, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Done. That's a team. 220, Time Limit, bang. I think that's actually a very, now that I think about it, I might say this might be my favorite candidate. Like, if there was a betting favorite, I think Time Limit is something to keep an eye out for. And then Accelerated Battle, I'm going to say no. And he's also not going to be on Bond of Parent and Child. And what we need to do is look here at Earth Protecting Heroes. Is a standalone Gogeta 4 on this category? No. Yeah, so he's not going to be on this category. So he's not going to be on Earth Protecting Heroes. And those are the main categories here. So to conclude this video, after we've broken down all the categories of this Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, the two lead favorites for me right now are going to be Power Beyond Super Saiyan, because of just how good the team is. And this is the one I want the most. I think that this team has the most versatility, just so many different ways that you could run the setup. And it's going to be my #1 favorite for the teams that he could potentially be on. Vegito here, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, you have access to. Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, I don't know why I couldn't say that. The Year 7s, right? Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta with his Easy A, the Year 2 Super Easy A's, Daima Goku is here. You have so many good characters, and this is such a wide array of units that are going to potentially get future updates, that I think this is a really good category for him to lead. But also, if you just want to run him on like a pseudo-fused fighter setup, I think Time Limit is also a very, very lucrative option that we could have here. So let me know down below. Time Limit and Power Beyond Super Saiyan are the ones that I'm predicting here. Again, this is all speculation going off of the process of elimination with categories and stuff like that. There's nothing official here. This is all just my opinion. But let me know down below what you guys think. Who are you predicting for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta to be leading his category? Thank you guys for watching. I hope you did enjoy this one. Don't forget to leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you were new, and I'll see you all in the next one.